OJSC Aeroflot, Russian Airlines, commonly known as Aeroflot, is the flag carrier and largest airline of the Russian Federation. The carrier operates domestic and international passenger and services, mainly from its hub at Sheremetyevo International Airport. Aeroflot is one of the oldest airlines in the world, tracing its history back to 1923. During the Soviet era, Aeroflot was the Soviet national airline and the largest airline in the world. Following the dissolution of the USSR, the carrier has been transformed from a state-run enterprise into a semi-privatized company which ranked 19th most profitable airline in the world in 2007. Aeroflot is still considered the de facto national airline of Russia. It is 51% owned by the Russian government. As of September 2013, the Aeroflot Group had 30,328 employees. The company has embarked on a fleet modernization program, extensive route restructuring, and an image overhaul. The airline joined SkyTeam in April 2006, becoming the 10th member of the alliance. On January 17, 1921, the Sovnarkom of the Russian Soviet Federative Socialist Republic published about air transportation. The document, which was signed by Vladimir Lenin, set out the basic regulations on air transport over the territory of the RSFSR. The document was significant as it was the first time that a Russian state had declared sovereignty over its airspace. In addition, the document defined rules for the operation of foreign aircraft over the Soviet Union's airspace and territory. After Lenin issued an order, a state commission was formed on January 31, 1921 for the purpose of civil aviation planning in the Soviet Union. As a result of the commission's plans, Aeroflot was established, and it began mail and passenger flights on the Moscow-Oryol-Kursk-Kharkiv route on May 1, 1921 using Sikorsky Ilya-Muromets aircraft. This was followed by the formation of Der Deutsch-Russische Luftverkehrs AG in Berlin on November 11, 1921, as a joint venture between the Soviet Union and Germany. The company, whose aircraft were registered in both Germany and the Soviet Union, began operations on May 1, 1922 with a Fokker F-3 flying between Königsberg and Moscow. The service was initially operated twice a week and restricted to the carriage of mail. On February 3, 1923, Sovnarkom approved plans for the expansion of the Red Air fleet, and it is this date which was officially recognized as the beginning of civil aviation in the Soviet Union. After a resolution of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union, the Enterprise for Friends of the Air Fleet, ODVF, was founded on March 8, 1923, followed by the formation of Dobrolot, Russian, on March 17, 1923. Regular flights by Dobrolot from Moscow to Nizhny Novgorod commenced on July 15, 1923. During the same period, an additional 2 airlines were established, Zakavia being based in Tiflis, and Ukravzdukput based in Kharkiv. During 1923 an agreement was signed establishing a subdivision of Dobrolot to be based in Tashkent, which would operate to points in Soviet Central Asia. Services between Tashkent and Alma-Ata began on April 27, 1924, and by the end of 1924 the subdivision had carried 480 passengers and 500 kilograms, 1,100 pounds, of mail and freight, on a total of 210 flights. In March 1924, Dobrolot began operating flights from Sevastopol to Yalta and Yevpatoria in the Crimea. Dobrolot's route network was extended during the 1925 to 1927 period to include Kazan, and regular flights between Moscow and Kharkiv were inaugurated. Plans were made for Dobrolot flights to Kharkiv to connect with Ukr-Vozdukh services to Kiev, Odessa and Rostov-on-Don. During 1925, Dobrolot operated 2,000 flights over a distance of 1 million kilometers, 620,000 miles, carrying 14,000 passengers and 127,500 kilograms, 281,100 pounds, of freight, on a route network extending to some 5,000 kilometers, 3,100 miles. Dobrolot was transformed from a Russian to an all-Union enterprise on September 21, 1926 as a result of Sovnarkom resolutions, and in 1928 Dobrolot was merged with Ukr-Vozdukh, the latter having merged with Zakhavia in 1925.